Hi everyone, my name is Prince and I have worked on an app called Trip. The purpose of this app is to have users create trips or plans where other users can join them, and this could be shared globally to make friends and memories. Um, Before I start, have created the ER diagram for this app. It is based on there's two entities. There's a user. The user has a primary key of ID, and rest of them are just useful properties. And we have plans. Again, ID is the primary key, and rest of them is just useful property. And creator is the user. Let me show you my SQL, my database. I have this trip database here where I have three different tables. I have a user table. Um, the password is hashed, so it is not in. Obviously, as you can see, it's the same password, so it's the same hash, but it's not visible. It's not plain. Um, then we have plans. This is the plans created by all the users and the names and the location and date. And this is the relationship of who is going. Obviously, the user who created the plan is not mentioned here because they are already assigned to the plan and they are technically already in their own plan, so they can't really go to their own plan. So that is the concept. So if we go back before we see well, we can look at the application first. This is the main page where a user can register and log in. Here I will start with a new name. I will be Josh. Joshua. I'm Joshua at gmail.com. Phone number will be, that's about right. Password will be the same as other passwords. And I will submit. Brings me back. No errors. It looks like went in. So I'll go Joshua. And I'll put the password here. Alright, takes me to the app. Here, it's just the name of the app, and here I can log out. I used Bootstrap to just align things quickly. On the left hand side, new trips are all the trips that are posted newly. Organized trips are the ones that this user creates. Any trips that are created by Joshua will be here. And any trips that Joshua joins will be shown on the right side. Here you can see um, Tom organized this meetup called Meetup at the Keys. They will be meeting at Key West on this date. No one is going as of now. Sounds like a good plan. Maybe I'll join. And once I click that, it takes me here. So now this is something that I will be going to. And we have two others here. And it's removed from here because it's not new anymore because you already joined. So there's other plans organized by Prince. Tom is going to that, John is going to that, and right now it says you are going. So what would happen if I click here? It would say two people, excuse me, it would say two people are going to it. So that's just the basic concept of it, and I will create a trip. I will create Disney trip. Orlando. I will go for the long weekend. Reset it. No, it's not this month. It's next month. Doesn't really matter. But just to be correct. All right. I hit this. I submit. All right. Now I see my trip here. This is a trip organized by me. Now other people can see it. I can delete my trip. Didn't really create an edit option since I just wanted to do a quick demo on the technology itself. So I can create multiple trips. This is what I have right now. Now if we log out and maybe go to, which one should we go to? Maybe go to Paul's. Click log out here, it takes me back here. I can log in as Paul. Password. Now see all these new trips. I see the trip created by Joshua here. This is the date that people are going. There's this that I've created. Just Joshua is going to that one. Seems like a good guy, cool guy. Should probably join him. So I'm going to that one too. Now it shows me here, and that's it. That's pretty much all the functionality wise. Let me show you the code base I have for this. So I have a server code base, I have database. I cannot show you that just because I don't want to reveal my IP address or anything. So I have a database file, I have a server file. Here I have URLs. This is some of the calls that I get when the server gets a call, and it goes through these. This is to register the user. I clean them by escape string to check if it's a valid string, and then pass it into the query here. There's one query. I also do a check before I register to make sure that the user is not already in the system. Let's try to see what would happen if we try to create a user that's already in the system. I will try to create Paul again. Paul here. Paul at I don't care. So the username has to be unique, since with the ID, the username is what we use to connect with other entities. So I will create this user now, hit submit, and user exists. Go back. It's just a very plain error page. Probably should have colored it just like the other ones, but just takes you back, and now you're back here. And that's just the error I wanted to show you. But anyways, if we go back, so okay, that's the first call. Second call I have for login. I am just running it against the password. I am hashing the password back just to make sure that I sent the exact hash that is in the database. I could have done salting too, but it's just not necessary, just because we're not creating a really crazy app. Well, and here there's different error messages if you're logged in, and if there's an error. There's a log out, and log out is pretty simple. It just deletes all the sessions, so the page has no memory of who was on the page. Create a plan. This is another SQL query. Join plan. Just a single click. It looks for the username that's already in the session and works with that. It doesn't really pass anything. Just a query. It's probably the third or the fourth query. And then there's a leave plan query here. And then there's delete plans, delete, and then there's to get all plans. so that I can get the normal plans plus get all the people that are already in that plan. Really cool group concat feature that MySQL does. It's kind of complicated to use if you are using with a lot of joins and all, but it's still very helpful if you kind of get a hang of it. And there's get all plans. Actually, yeah, this is just a server. I was just doing some test HTML here. The next part we have the authentication page, which is just the login page that we saw. It just has I've, just okay, it just has the register feature, has a form sends to this location. It's a post and sends all the values inside, and that's how it registers. Same way for login. Um, Uses Bootstrap, so that's what you see here. For the next page for home, this is what we have. Just uses some basic CSS, nothing much. Uses inline PHP. It includes the server database here, so we can make any API calls on the page again. So yeah, inline PHPs, it just creates HTML on the go, and we have our data. It uses card feature of the Bootstrap to just make it look nicer. Then we have the model here to just open up whenever we click the pencil icon, so we can create a new plan. Then we have error page, very basic, just displays whatever the error was, and takes you to the home page. And then we have our db.php, which we're not going to be seeing. But anyways, this was my app. I built it using PHP, and it's made with Atom. Thank you for your time, and yeah, that's it.